Hello, this is the Brass Love One Healer 209 here on YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes only to those who deem it as such. I am the Brass Love One Healer 209 here on YouTube. I am led to do another storyline reading on Mrs. Denisha Montgomery Smith, specialist of military police that was in the Army, who was murdered. It was said to be suicide, but she was murdered. I did storylines on Mrs. Montgomery Smith, one for my Healer Tarot channel that I don't have anymore, but I have one that's on this channel here, or two on this channel. I'm just not sure. She kind of touched my heart a lot, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, because she's a young mother of 27 years old, a mother of 3, a wife, a daughter, a sister, a friend, a loved one, a relative of all who loved her. She wanted to come home, and she is on her way home. I think she had 1 or 2 weeks left to come home, and her life was cut short. She didn't just die on her own. She was murdered because it was said that she was suffocated. She was smothered. So she's not going to stand there and smother herself with some bag or whatever was said, whatever it might have been, and commit suicide. No, she was murdered by someone out of a group of people that was there who had abused her already a week or 2 before, whatever it might have been. So if it's still online, is the video online as far as her and these people who was abusing her, that was online for everybody to see, and a video of her reaching out to her parents for help, reaching out to tell them what was going on with her, that she's being harmed, reaching out to her husband, just reaching out to her family. She wanted to come home. She was through. She was tired of being abused. She no longer trusted. And when you no longer trust, you can't be around people you don't trust. But she just didn't make it home, because it takes steps like anything else as far as when you're in agreements with anything. Just like when children go to school, they really don't supposed to come out, just walk out of school. They have to wait until the bell rings, right? When you at work, you got to wait until your job ends, or else you don't get paid for that day, right? Well, with Mrs. Montgomery Smith, she was in the military, and it steps in and steps out and going home, or however it is. And she couldn't leave until whatever time it was. But her life was cut short before she got a chance to come home. She wanted to come home badly. If she could that day, she would, when she reached out with that video to everybody to see. For everybody to see. So I'm glad to do another one for her, because she really touched my heart a lot. Let me just show you a picture of this beautiful lady, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, that was taken away from her children, from her husband, from her family who loved her, her mother and father. Okay, let's just see. This storyline hopefully will say, or let us see if there's anything that's happening in her case where somebody is going to get arrested. Because somebody has to be arrested, because Mrs. Montgomery Smith was murdered. God knows, and the person knows who done it, and whoever else was there with the person. Okay? And the person is among the group of people who beat her up or whatever they did, assaulted her or whatever she said was done. Okay? So let's just see. He no longer needs to be protected, or whoever it was. Because if she did whatever wrong, she would be in trouble if she did something wrong. So they need not be protected. It's time for them to pay for their crime. And the crime is taking Miss Montgomery Smith away from her family, taking her life away from her young life away. that God gave to her. And nobody had the right to take her life away. She went in the military and she chanced it as far as her life being taken away when she went in the military, as far as being on enemy soil, right? But she wasn't on enemy soil. She is on her own soil. And her life was taken away by a fellow soldier, or more than one, or whoever it was. And if you can't trust the people who are supposed to be on your team, who can you trust? When the people on your team become your enemy, you're in trouble. So let's just see for Mrs. Montgomery Smith, because that really touched me back then when she had that video online, crying out, upset, and everything else. Lord, is this culprit going to jail? Or two, or how many it is? Or is it just going to stay what you call deadlock, where nothing is happening? But God is going to make sure this person pay one way or another. Person going to go to jail, or in time, God is going to handle this person, because God knows what you did to Mrs. Montgomery Smith. A lot of times people think they're getting away with things, but you're really not. Because whenever down the road or down the line, God going to say, remember what you did to Mrs. Montgomery Smith? Remember her? Remember that beautiful young lady, that mother? Remember her? I want you to think about her. Get what I'm saying? Okay? So, man's law is one way. God's law is another. It's called karma. Get what I'm saying? Okay? Now let's show you a picture of Mrs. Montgomery Smith. I'm hearing break up to make up. Break up to make up. That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. That's a game for fools. Break up to make up. So her fellow soldiers, they act like they was okay. Make up, and then they upset with her again. Break up to make up. That's a game for fools. Deep. Okay, let's just flow for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Universe, give me a picture of her. Is this culprit going to jail, or more than one of them? Let me just get a picture and not her. Here she is. Here's Mrs. Montgomery Smith. She is so pretty. Okay, here she is right here. Okay. Let's just see. Okay, here she is right here, happy. And on that picture, right? Okay. Okay, let's just see a little bit more, because I forgot, because it's been a while now. Let me just see exactly when this happened. Universe for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Got her sweet babies. Sweet babies. Look at them. Oh, look at her. Sweet babies. Her husband, her sweet sweethearts, her babies. Okay, let's just see. Let me just see when this happened to her. Just trying to find the actual date, because it might have been, I don't want to guess. I just got to try to find it. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me. It really kind of hurt me. I felt a certain way with Mrs. Montgomery Smith. It do with a lot of people, but certain people are really touching me really a lot with certain people. For some reason, it does that. Okay, I'm trying to see the date. What date? Okay, August 9th. The military declared Mrs. Montgomery Smith her death on August 9th, 2022. And they saying suicide, but that's a lie. It said, this is what is this somebody, who is this? This is somebody, I don't know who this is talking though. Somebody's talking here, I don't know. Who is this person? This an attorney, I guess. This an attorney. Is this the family's attorney? Okay, the family and it's the attorney, I guess. My name, I don't even want to say it right, is it Knapp? Attorney Knapp, whoever that is. Well, the family attorney says that this is what happens to a lot of military people. It is a form of retaliation when they go in, I guess, do some talking about something. People come back at them and harm them or something like that. It says that they are either killed by one of their peers or they kill themselves, but she didn't kill herself. So get that blemish off of her. She is physically abused. And she went and she talked to whoever she talked to, the higher up person, whoever it is. Okay, that's it for right now. Was she in Germany? Was it Germany? It's been a while. Was it Germany? Let me remember. Was it Germany? Was it Germany? Miss Smith? Mrs. Smith? Let me look and see. I think it was Germany, even though I don't even see it. All is writing. It should say something. I really think it was Germany, but I just don't see Germany written on here, but I think it was Germany. I'm just not sure, but yeah, I don't want to waste a lot of time. It's all, I see a lot of writing, but I don't even see. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just not. It's wasting too much time. I think it was Germany. Even though I don't see Germany on here, I see all this right and everything, but where she was, I really think it was Germany, though. If it wasn't Germany, just strike that, and I'll find out and I'll write it underneath this video. But I really think it was Germany. Okay, so I'm hoping that is an investigation and something happened or something like that, but it's been a lot of time now, and it should have been happened during the time that she was murdered, because she was murdered. Like they said, former retaliation, because she did go to somebody over top of her to complain, because she was attacked, brutalized, being beat up on, or whatever was going on by soldiers or whoever it was, who all did it, 1, 2, 3, or how many it was. And it was on video to prove it, because she had it online, so we got to see it. Okay, so let's just see for Mrs. Montgomery Smith, a military police woman who had lots of life to live. And somebody just treated her life like it was a bug on the floor. Oh no, I'm gonna stomp you out. That's not acceptable by God, though. So let's just say, universe, give me a beginning and an end for Mrs. Montgomery Smith, because right now you're bringing her back to me. So let's just see. I think that's the 4th one for her. I think I got 2 on this channel already, and 1 was on my Healer Tarot, or 2 was on it. I just don't know for sure. What is this? What is this? Look at this. Look at this card. Whoever it was decided to stick a fork in her. And you know what that means? If you don't know what that means, it means where somebody done with you. Somebody chose to stick a fork in her. Get what I just said? Now let's take it this way, because she's there on the dusty. You can't see it because it's light green. Who needed to come up to par. So we got one of those soldiers was a dusty that needed to come up to par. Get what I just said? Right? Here he is. He wanted his cup filled. Right? Whoever he is, whatever his name. Right? His name don't have to be filled, but whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is. He's a policeman like she is. He's one of them just like she is. He's not a private. He's just like she is. Right? Whoever he is. He wanted his cup filled. Cup filled mean he wanted time out of her, or he wanted romance, or he wanted money. He wanted one of them 3 out of her. He chose to stick a fork in her. When you cook your food, or you burn your food up, or whatever, or you cook your food and you see it's done, or you burn your food up and it's done, he was finished with her. That's what I'm saying, for those who don't know. Okay? That's this flow. Look at this. Look at this card. The end. He put an end, right, to things. Well, she wanted an end to come to things, because this person was stalking. This person was stalking, harassing, and she wanted an end to come to it, but he put an end. And let me just wiggle these cards. You know all about it. It's obvious somebody knows something. It's more than one person knows something. But the thing is, why nobody is doing anything about it. That's the thing. That's the unfair thing. And it's bad enough that Mrs. Montgomery Smith is no longer here. Her life was taken away, and her children don't have their mother to take care of them. But then a person not to pay for the crime is even a double whammy. It's terrible. It's terrible. You can't make people think that it's okay to just murder people and just go home and sit down and eat and go drink your juice or drink your wine and say, okay, I need to murder somebody. I can just murder somebody and just go ahead and just sit down and drink my wine or drink my juice or whatever. Nobody's going to do nothing about it. She's nobody special, because remember, this person had a little racial problem going on with this person. Anyway, whoever this is, or more than one of them, take it how you want to. One or two of them. Especially that main person. Because I always felt myself personally that Mrs. Montgomery Smith was strangled. That's what I always felt like from my first storyline. Okay, let's flow. Take some more from Mrs. Montgomery Smith universe. You know all about it. Don't take me there. Don't even make me get to thinking about that storyline, because every time I think about Mrs. Montgomery Smith's video and she wanting help and everything, and she's been taken advantage of by all these men, and she a woman and being taken advantage of by a bunch of strong men dominating a woman, a female. That's why I really don't like ladies being in the army. I don't like them being in the police force or the army. I don't like them being in those places where men can dominate and take advantage. I don't like that. I don't like them there. Because she there among a lot of men who don't care nothing about her. And the females don't either. If they're not friends to her, they don't care either. Or they not going to take up for her because they don't want anything to happen to them. So you fighting a losing battle as a woman in the army, because you don't have nobody to help you. Even what you call your fellow soldiers, they not even helping you. They might help you when you go on enemy soil. I don't know how they operate with ladies on enemy soil. If they don't want to help you, they leave you on your own, or what they do. I don't know. They should operate as a team, though. They should be like a team where everybody work together. But when it comes down to you going against, I guess it's a whole different story. Right? Okay, universe, you know all about it. For Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Let's just flow. Mrs. Montgomery Smith is here in the spirit. You're going to hear me talk and say things. So don't think I'm crazy. Don't think I'm nuts, because there's nothing crazy about me. I'm just as sane as you is. Right? So you might hear me do some talking. And let me just do my talking. And let her say things to me. Because say something to me, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Say something to me. Okay, there's a lot of times. Say something to me. Say something to me, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. She's being cordial. We got this man on the down low. She's being cordial. This man was on the down low. She was telling him she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it because really in my other storyline, it was like somebody wanted her to engage in what you call where you with the same sex, like a threesome type of thing. But there's nothing wrong with people being gay or anything like that. But the thing is, you don't push your ways on other people. That's the thing. That's the problem when you do that. This is Montgomery Smith. Talk to me. Talk to me. You need to filter his ways. Okay, we have right here that Mrs. Montgomery Smith was hooked to the army, because this is a place she hooked to the army for money, right? For a paycheck. But the army was hooked onto her because they needed her, right? They needed her. They didn't really love her, because this card goes with somebody who really don't love you. They just got you for money. but they had her for service, right? They really didn't love her, right? Next card is because their actions show they really didn't love her. Because if they loved her, they would be trying to get to the bottom of it. They should have been got to the bottom of it. What happened to her, and not just sweep it under the rug. That's what I'm hearing. Sweep it under the rug and act like her life is a water bug on the floor. Here it is with the sunglasses covering things up like you don't see what you need to see. Not getting in your feelings about it. Okay, let's go. Okay, universe, you know all about it from Mrs. Montgomery. Let's just flow. Let me just take some. Let's just go to Mrs. Montgomery Smith universe. Mrs. Montgomery Smith, say something too. It was watered down. Yeah, it was watered down. You're right, it was watered down. She said it was watered down. It was watered down. In her case, it was watered down. Military. Okay. The whole bleep. We're dealing with an auntie. So, maybe she's saying something to her aunt. Her auntie, her aunt. Maybe she's telling her aunt, it was watered down, auntie. In her case, the whole bleep. So this card, the bleep really stands for really a cuss word, but it's a softer version saying bleep. Get what I'm saying? Let's see. Okay, stop the loss of children if you can. So Mrs. Montgomery Smith was somebody's child. She had parents. Right? And her family is going to stand up for her because they lost their child, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, right? They're going to stand up for her and go forward. Okay, did I see something? Okay, I thought I saw something. Okay, let's just see for a minute. Alright, but anyway, yeah, because yeah, help stop the loss of children. So this is for her family, for anybody that had children in the military. Fight for your relatives, stand up for your relatives, help stop the loss of them in the military as far as being murdered by their fellow, what you call them? Soldiers or whatever, right? Okay, let's see. So we have right here, see, this person wanted her to lay down. Told you. I don't want no, Saturday is a good time. Whatever day somebody sprung into their mission, like a Leo, like a fire sign. So whoever this is sprung into the person's mission, like a Leo, like a fire sign, and came her way to do something to her. Well, she was going to spring into her mission and go and tell on these people, to the people in charge, because her soul was crying out for a conclusion, right? So we have right here that this person wanted her to take off every layer, take off her clothing, reveal the naked soul. The person has some money, might want to give her money to do it, anything like that. Follow me? But God wanted her to come at whoever this is and let them know what it's going to be and what it ain't, and straighten this person out. So we got a great aunt. So we got a great aunt. I don't know who that is, unless it's a great aunt of hers that's in the spirit that she around. I just don't know, right? So we got capture. So we got capture. So hopefully he's going to get captured. Maybe. I don't know. Let's just see. Okay, she's salary driven. Right? She's in the army to make the money, right? Salary driven. God wanted her not to be salary driven. God wanted Mrs. Montgomery Smith out of there and had a whole nother path for a path for her, and it was healing path, was her path. Army is destruction. That's not the path God had for her. That's the one she picked. Okay? And she dealt with rifles, right? And here's a rifle range. She could shoot good, right? But we got right here, she is going to plant her fortune, whatever she made in the Army. And she took her best shot because she's salary driven, trying to get money to take care of family, follow me? So here we have another killing card. See, we got killing. Stop the killing, people. This shouldn't be in here. This goes with somebody killing somebody. Get my drift. This card goes somebody killing somebody. You heard what I said, right? And you heard the other one I said, right? Especially babies, right? Stop the killing, people. I told you she was killed. So we had somebody here, a race problem, right? Dealing with the chronicle. Is it my race? Something's in plain sight from Mrs. Montgomery Smith. She need not jeopardize. Follow me? So we have right here that she had to be alert of the hot spots. Some kind of way around, I guess, her barracks or whatever was going on here. She had to not go fast like a sailor, but have a wise mind. Think first, take action later, because it was tension-filled times in there for her once she was in this fuss with these people or fighting with these people or whatever was going on. A mirage in her mind, right? She is ready for love. Ready for love, to be loved by a family, because she wasn't getting no more love in there, right? She wasn't being showed love no more. Here she is. I think she a mixed person, right? But the card gonna come out this way. Black is classy. So God calling her black right here. Follow me? Black is classy, right? Because we got somebody with a racial problem right up there. So she went to an office, and it was sweet as far as she's concerned, because she said her piece, right? Okay, so she did get raped, right? Is it her fault, though? Because she's stuck in there. There's nothing really she could do. She thought things was going to change when she went to this office, but it didn't. Because it was hard for this person to show her good. Whoever this person is, he's a policeman like she is, right? He came at her salty, right? He wanted to know, did she do it? Did she do what? Did you go to the office? Did you go to the office? Did you go? Yeah, she went. Because she is dealing with political area, racist area. She is dealing with a narcissist. Whoever this is, this person. So we got family, best friend, like family. So we got maybe somebody in her family. No, that wouldn't be her family. Let me see something. Nope. No, let's go with, it says family, best friend. It's like family. So I'm going to put this with the office, or the office at the base or whatever. The office, the people at the office, the higher uppers or whoever, whatever, them, they like family to all of the other military people. Everybody's like family, considered like family, because it's a family. Best friend is like family. So this man here, she got along with first like a best friend. Get what I'm saying? He might have lived in her barracks before, right? I already said that too in my other one. But all that was fake with this person here. Dealing with a familiar place. The familiar place would be the barracks or just that base in general, the army base. We got 25. Man could have been 25 years old. He could be. God wanted her to get on her path, but she couldn't get out of the army. God wanted her to do it right now, but she couldn't get out. Because no longer would she be silent. She was the one to do her talking. She was fed up with those people. Somebody wanted her to yield for a second though, right? We got number one main person. Here we go. Cheating should be the last thing that she do. Somebody wanted her to lay down. I told you, right? At that military base, right? Something could happen on a Thursday, Sunday, or whatever day of the week. Whatever it was, right? God said cry sometimes is good for the heart. And she cried. She is crying out on the internet out to us. So it says you're on your path. So she is on her path as far as wanting to get out. Right? In her mind, but she still wasn't out yet. But in her mind was made up that she wanted to get out. And that would make her be on her path. Even though she didn't get to step in her path off of that soil. Right? She came off of that soil, but not step off. Get what I'm saying? Where she could start something new God wanted her to start. By her mind thinking she wanted to get out the army, God giving her credit. You on your path, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, because that's what I want. I want you out of there. Right? Because her path is a healing path. She was an earth angel that was murdered. God wanted her to go forward very soon. God wanted her what? To travel for love. Go home. And home was love. Everybody home was love. Her kids, her family, her husband, her parents, all of them was love. Very soon, she was going to travel for love. And that her path was to go home, get out of there, get away from there. Right? So we got 7 years. Something is 7 years. I don't know if she have any children at all. I don't know. So we got 7 years. So hopefully it don't take 7 years. I hope to get this person behind bars, but I don't know. We got 7 years. Something is 7 years. I don't think she's in the army 7 years, but something is 7 years. Unless she got 7-year-old, I just don't know with the 7 years, okay? So let's just flow. Somebody has stinky ways. Somebody might have 5 brothers, 4 brothers, the 4th brother in the family, the 5th brother in the family, the 4th from the last, the 4th from the youngest, the 5th from the youngest, or however this is. Or somebody might have 9 brothers in general, 9 family members in general, or somebody have a brother, maybe that's 4 or 5 or 7 or whatever this is. Let's just flow. Somebody felt like a genius. And it would be that man, because she didn't feel like one, because she wasn't out of there. Because this person wanted to bring joy to it and cultivate things, right? Because she clapped back at him. But she might have felt like a genius when she went to the office. Because she wanted to bring favor to things, right? To cultivate it. Because covers and curtains cover up problems in the army and anywhere else. Where things is not being put out there like it should be. Things being covered up. She clapped back. But also this person clapped back and felt like he was a genius because he wanted to cultivate things. Because he wanted to travel for love, and that's cool, her direction. But she wasn't going his direction. We got number 8, whatever the 8 means. One of her children could be 8, 7, 5, 4, or whatever age, right? Let's just flow for a minute. It was tension in there. Tension afloat. She had 2 chances to be a star. And her first chance was being in the army. The second chance to be in a star was to get on God's path, to get on her healing path, to come out the army and choose some kind of healing work. Social work, healthcare, counseling, any of them are healing paths. Working with kids, anything that's healing, right? Anything that goes with the word care. Follow me? This man wanted to justify that she cared with him. She wasn't trying to care with him, right? Because this person wanted her to lay down beside him, right? But then she wanted this office. When she went to this office, she wanted the office to care with her when she went to complain, right? This man didn't want her as a woman. It's a relations to not wanting her as a woman. He just wanted to use her and take advantage. Got another 5. God giving a lot of grace. God got 5 number 5s here. 5, 5, 5. God's number of grace. So we got a great-grandma. We got a great-grandma. We got a lot of family members on this table. We dealing with somebody's great-grandma. Somebody's, we got an auntie on the table, a great-grandma. And we got another family member right here. Who is this one? A great-aunt. Absorbed. She absorbed something. What this man did. Because God didn't want her to go on fast like a sailor. But be the chair person of our own life. So we have right here some information. So she absorbed some information. So we got the real dad right here. So we got a real dad. So somebody a real dad. So we got this guy, whoever he is. I think he was, I think this guy was adopted in my first storyline. Either he was adopted or he was raised by his own parents, but he was like a monster. He was on drugs, take pills, or what was going on with this man. Or he was raised by his own parents, or he was adopted, or anything like that. But he just had a nasty disposition, as it's called. He was nasty. It says stinky right here. What is it? Stinky ways or whatever. Is this the card? That's that one right there. One of them here, stinky ways. He was a certain kind of way. Maybe his father, not his real father. Some information going to show that his father, not his real father, or something like that. Let's see for a minute. So we got let me see something. Because he could have been trying to treat her like he was her father. Let me just see for a minute. See, I told you he's on. I told you he's on drugs. I told you he's coming in this one too. It finds its way, right? Because it's her storyline. We got a judge. We need to have this man in front of a judge. Lord, please let. Oh my goodness, let him be at the court. We need to see something action for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Let's just go for a minute. She absorbed. We got a great-grandma. So she might have a great-grandma that's in the spirit with her, around her, or a great-aunt around her. We got an auntie right here. But I think her auntie is alive, though. Oh, goodness, I felt like I was going to cry. Oh, God, what is going on? I feel you, Miss Montgomery Smith. I feel you. Ooh, I felt that. Oh, God. Ooh. Her aunt is alive right here. Because it's coming before this one. This would be for her parents to fight for her. Fight for her. She is the child. This is the child card. Fight for me. Oh, goodness, I feel it. I feel all kind of chills in my body. Here's the auntie right here. She alive, though. This one might not be over here, this great aunt and this great grandma. Oh, I felt that. Boy, it made chills come. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Whew. She absorbing. But God was telling her, be the chairperson of your own life, Miss Montgomery Smith, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Don't go in head first, right? Think before taking action, okay? Some information that she probably absorbed because maybe this man was trying to act like he was her father. Or this man, whoever this man is, he dealing with somebody who's not his real father and anything like that because he might have been adopted, right? But this man might have been acting like he was her father. You know, somebody bossing you around like they're your daddy because they are in the army, and people try to act like in the army, they act like they somebody's father when you're in the army. It seems like they talking to them like they talking to kids, like they talking to their kid. But this man and her wasn't the same, so he had no business controlling her because this man was controlling her like he was over top of her when they was the same. Both of them was the same. Get with my hands. They was the same, but he was acting like he was up here over her. And it might have something to do with her race and that she a female. Let's be real about it, right? And we got real right here. Yeah, he is trying to act like he is her father. Information going to show he was controlling, or he is dealing with his own father. That's not his real father. So let's just flow. He might have asked for her number. Or some kind of way somebody asked for somebody's number. What is your number? He might have asked for her number. Or she might have asked for somebody's number as far as when she went to that office or whatever this is. Let's go for a minute. Or the family going to get some kind of number. I'm trying to focus a little bit on this. So it says right here that why did she allow herself to be molded by the army? But this man here, because he was controlling. He a narcissist over here somewhere. My thoughts count. See, her thoughts counted, but I don't know who he just thought he was just over top of her when they was just like that. They was the same. Only thing was he was a man. And he was white. Right? He not white, he's something. He not her skin color. Okay, so we have 15, number 6. Number 51. So we have right here that she is going to get in front of a judge back then. Well, he going to get in front of a judge. Well, her family going to get in front of a judge. Where he going to get tensed up. Or she was going to get tensed up at the time. Because she is going to take him to court. Because he raped her. Did that call come out? Did you hear me say that? Or was in that power? Resign in front of a judge. Okay, here we got a group of people. It could be people at the military or actual trial or whatever this is. Right? Noon or afternoon, whatever time it is. Or Mrs. Montgomery Smith was at a party or something like that with this person. Him and a group of people at one point. Right? Okay. He wanted her to be close to a female some kind of way because this man was trying to have like a third party or what you call it, where somebody engaged with another lady. Right? Follow me? But her eyes was closed to other females. She wasn't that. Get what I'm saying? Close the blinds to this love of female. She wasn't that. She wasn't concerned about nothing like that. So we have right here that, when was you going to tell me? I wouldn't have known that about you. So this is her card out to this policeman she talking to. Whenever. It don't have to be the day that she died, but whenever. Because this don't have to be the day she died. This could be all leading up to when she died, or however it's flowing. Sometimes God show the death first and then show what happened before the death. Weeks before, whenever. However it's flowing, okay? So if we got this right here as the party, right here. She is going to get in front of a judge because of being assaulted and different things like that. So we have right here that, when were you going to tell me? I wouldn't have known that about you. So it's something that he told her, and she said, when was you going to tell me? I wouldn't have known that about you. Because evidently he wanted her to engage with other females. And he was on down low. There's a man. And that's right here. He's taking pills. So that could have been it too. Where he need to go, get some treatment some kind of way. Walking down the halls or the barracks or wherever he was. But he need to go in treatment. So let's just leave that alone for a minute. That pill card finds this man. That adoption card should come out too. Because every time I do a storyline, it come out. Because that belongs to this man. Whatever his name is. Universe, you know all about it. I want to see the court. I want to see the court, and I want to see the jail. I want to see something for some kind of action for Mrs. Montgomery Smith, your earth angel that was cut down by this person, or this person and another. Whoa. Could be a Gemini sign, her or him, or act like one. Always call a Gemini the two-faced, right? But Gemini, him, her, or somebody who's connected, or act like one. She is dwelling on, or was dwelling on her. Okay? So we got the extension. See, he wanted pillow talk. He wanted her to do some kind of pillow talk with him. Talk nice through the extension, and that would be the telephone, but then he wanted her to lay down beside him. Here he is. What are you going to do? Follow me? Because she was mouthy. What are you going to do? He want to know what she's going to do, maybe because he did whatever he did to her. Here it is. Success comes in many colors. Whatever color you are, you can be successful. Right? God telling her, right? She smelled the scent of success. Being a military policeman, for sure, right? And that's what she was, right? And she was being confident in that thing, right? Bread was required, right? Because she is in there making money, right? But God says that there's going to be some justice well served for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. But this man, he might have felt like justice was well served when he did what he did to her. In any situation, she need to gain clarity, right? Something was canceled 2 times, and time counted to her, right? Or to him. Because here we got her wanting to go home, maybe. 2 hearts that beat to find one another. To her husband. She missed her husband. But then we got this man here trying to set something up in his mind, trying to get her in a position he wanted her in. But she's sticking around fire with this one. With no nonsense lessons. She couldn't get out though. The fire would be around this person or in the military, period. And we got the fire, remember, because they're dealing with guns, right? That's fire, right? Gunfire. So we got it September. So maybe in September, No, she died in, I think, August. So I don't know. A chokehold. A chokehold was put in September for her. A pause, a stop, a chokehold, a stop, a pause, a delay, or whatever. Because I think they held her body, and it might have went into September. It's accurate. That's just for them. She was isolated. Yes, she was isolated for a coping mechanism. So she got away from all of them for a minute. Some kind of way was in her barracks, I guess. Whoa. So we have I'm coming soon. Because her focus was she wanted to go home after time. I'm coming. Just isolated after this stuff happened, feeling a certain kind of way, trying to deal with this stuff. Yeah, she felt a certain way after that happened to her, a little depressed or whatever. She felt anxiety or whatever. That's true. But that stuff faded out and she got her strength and she went to that office, right, to complain, right? And here she is. I'm coming soon. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming soon. I'm coming home. But then we got this man trying to come to where she at. Talking he coming because he noticed that she isolated now. She not trying to be around these people. She exercised her right to complain about these people because she see it. Well, see it now, right? Markers show her that these people is not my friend. These people is not my partners. These people is not on my side. When it's all over with, we enemies here. And race showing that we enemies here. Because this man had some racial problems. Him and a couple more he was hooked onto. He took a shortcut and he came to her house. Came to her barracks. Right? But he also was trying to get away with touching on her. Follow me to see if he could go all the way. Right? So we have consequences. There was going to be consequences if she didn't leave her ex or if she left her ex. So this man is not her ex, but this person might have lived in her house before. What you call it, the barracks. Or he was a one she got along with good, you can call like a friend or whatever, or partner or whatever in the army or whatever you call it. Like you got a friend out here, you call somebody your friend. Well, this man might have been something like that. But some kind of way, a division came between those two where it wasn't like that no more. So it was consequences because she didn't want to be friends no more or anything like that. Right? He was a nut. He is God. He was a nut. Unstable. Mentally ill. Not all there. Drug addicted. Drunk. Something was wrong with this guy. She was going to be genuine with him. And she was, because she was going to have a look of confidence. Because she was going to pick one. Pick what? Pick her or pick him. And she picked herself. So she had a look of confidence and she went to that office. She wasn't going to sit there and say, well, no, I'm not going because I'm afraid of him. No. She decided, I'm going to pick me. I'm going to pick one, and the one is me, and I'm going to that office, had a look of confidence, and I'm going to talk. Here she is, and I'm going to rally. I'm going to talk up for myself against somebody who don't look like me. Now, he ain't Chinese like this card said, but whatever his race was, right? So we have the house number. He wanted no more inks out of her. He wanted her house number, or he knew a house number already. He might have knew it already, right? Because they're in the army, so he already know, right? Usually just go with people who don't know, but he know it. So he went to her house number, whatever, the barracks number, whatever. He didn't want no more inks out of her. So let's just put that. It's nobody's affair but the person you're involved with having consideration for. So he felt it was nobody's affair but hers and whoever else's. Her husband don't need to know, this one don't need to know, or the what you call it, the not the upperclassmen, what you call it, who's in charge of the army, you know, whoever over top of them. They don't need to know about the problem or whatever we doing among each other, right? They don't have to know about it. That's what he feel like. Nobody need to know about me, you, and whoever we involved with. Anything like that. This her side. Should I forgive for the God mission? So we have right here that she is nervous among a pyramid of people, at least 3. Was around her some kind of way when she died, or in that truck she was in when they was ganging up on her, being mean to her or whatever. She is a pioneer, God says. What he is trying to hold her like she is a prisoner. Got number 6. Okay. She is getting unhinged, upset, unboxed, because stuff was being stacked against her. Different things these people was doing, right? But then we're going to turn around to the culprit. The culprit was getting unhinged, upset, overwhelmed and everything because complaints was being said about this person to the office, right? She had to not loaf around and delay and stall any longer. She had to go to that office and talk, but in able to get out, she just couldn't get out the army fast enough. But as far as going to the office, she had to just go there and make it happen, and she did, because I don't think you can just walk in, so she booked an appointment, I guess. Was he really worth it, God says, this person, being a friend? So, she dealing with somebody who got a title. So his title is military policeman. Follow me? Whatever his name is. It don't have to be Charles. Whatever his name is. So we got 4. Could have been at least 4 people around when she died. Like some lookouts, what we call it, with people outside. There are 4 people when she is being assaulted. At the party or whatever this is. She is the brown rabbit in the middle. So she is the brown rabbit in the middle, and we had a person on top and the bottom. Somebody at the bottom, she in the middle. It's like you being tag team. What you call it? Banked. Get what I'm saying? She wanted to prevail, follow me, because she got this military police, and she got the people in the office. She in the middle, but she want to prevail. She going over to the people in the office, but you need them to fight for you. You don't need to go to them, and they just as bad as the person over here that you got a problem with. Some talking happening with her and the people in the office. Talking between whoever in the office and herself, and it was supposed to be between them, right? But then we got this man flirting, being flirtatious, trying to be something to her. Only you, babe. Had his eyes fixed on her. It was doomstown for her in that place. He wasn't joking around, but she didn't want no joking around either. So we had right here, he wanted her to wrap. He wanted to wrap up every time, right? I'll pray for you. So here she want to do some praying or whatever, her own self, right, to survive up in there, right? So we have going to the office and saying whatever she had to say. She want to wrap it up every time. Just go in there, say her piece, whatever she had to say, and just get out of there and just pray everything go good. Well, she is trying to distinguish something because it was horrifying for her. Right, dealing with this person, because this person was going to come in his defense, but she knew the truth about all of it, and this person knew it too, what he did. So it was some fakeness with a person she adored, and she adored this person who's supposed to have been her friend, this fake friend, this person here that had racial problems going on, and thought he was like her father, or that was like a narcissist, this man here. There was some fakeness with him. She had to pick one. God says a career, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. She picked that career, the army, but God wanted her to change up. Pick one, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. That or the healing path I got for you, Miss Montgomery Smith. She wanted structure because she got stung. Right? God didn't want her to overkind and be too nice, because we got this person trying to make up and make friends again. Let's sit down and eat something. This nighttime though. So we have religion and its effects it left on her. Having faith, just religion in general, or this person. Is she simply a believer in the faith she follows? Or she just, do she really believe it? Or this man, whoever this person is, because it says, you know what I mean? Because it was harvest time for her, making her money, or harvest time, God saying, as far as just her getting out of there. Get out of there, because God had a harvest outside of the army for her, and that was her healing path work. Get what I just said? We got number 14 or 41. So she might have had 14 more days to go to get out, I don't know. Or we got somebody who could have been 41, who was among the people, or what. We got the number 5 again. We got a lot of 5s for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. That's like the 4 or 5, I think, if I'm counting right. Deep. God's number of grace. Okay. You know all about Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Tell your story. Tell your story. Tell your story. You're the age of my nephews. Tell your story, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. You've been telling it ever since I first did your storyline. You've been telling your story, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Whoa. You've been telling your story. Because your story is important. Your life mattered. Your life mattered. Yes, it did. To God and to your family and your children. Everybody who loves you, your husband. Okay, universe. Give me some more from Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Military policeman who had lots of life to live. They should have been like this. But he was trying to be up like that. So it's like you're looking down. He's a narcissist, this man. They were the same rank, as they call it. But it's like he's looking down. You down here. Acting like you her father. Narcissist. And then you had the racial problem going on too. She tolerated you a lot. But she really ain't get to see it real good until eventually, because the card came out where she said, oh, in her mind, oh, I see it now. It's markers showing me that he got a racial problem, or whatever she saw in you. That you really didn't adore her, or really feel the same way she felt, where she felt like you was okay or whatever. You wasn't deep down like that. She just needed to do something that you didn't like, and then you just showed your true colors. She saw your true colors shining through. You can't hide your true colors. Deep. Okay, let's see for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Let's see the verse. Okay. I want to see the jail card. I want to see the jail card. I saw the judge You might have thought she was going to take you to court some kind of way where you be in front of a judge. Because you was going to be in front of a judge, or you are going to be in front of one because of the death of her. I'm just trying to see, universe. I want to see the jail card, the prison card, the court card. Say something, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Say something. Say something. Gargle. I hear gargle. Gargle. So gargle goes with, if she was being strangled, it was like she was choking. You know, when you gargle. Gargle. I feel she was strangled. I felt like that the first storyline I ever done. If you got brown hair, what color? I don't know. I hear whipping boy. I ain't gonna be your whipping boy. I'm not gonna be your whipping boy. So that would be him talking though. I'm not gonna be your whipping boy. So he's somebody who want to dish out orders and say things, but he don't nobody saying them back to him. But that's a true narcissist, right? They want to control and dominate and this and that to you, but then they don't want them coming back that way. Okay. Okay, universe, give me something. Okay, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, give me something. You want to say anything to your family? Tell me. Tell me. Who's that? We got a lady. Who is she? I don't know what she is. I don't know if she's Mexican or what. I don't know. She got color to her. I don't know. Who is she? She got a ponytail. I don't know. What about her? She know it. We might hear, but she can't put herself on the line. That's the thing. She can't. It's nothing she can do. She can't put herself on the line. Because ladies, or men, I guess, they just can't put themselves on the line because they don't have nobody to protect them. They don't have nobody to protect them. If you want to go say something, you don't have nobody to protect you. It's like you with the enemy. It's like you with the enemy. So you can't help somebody else because it's like you with the enemy when you all supposed to be on the same team. It's a lady with dark brown or black or whatever color her hair is. I don't know. She remind me of a Mexican lady, but she don't have to be Mexican. But I don't know. She remind me of one. She got a ponytail. Hair shiny. It's going back. She doing a lot of talking. But like I said, it's not too much can be done if you don't have protection or whatever, I guess. So nobody's standing up to help you and stand up against abuse or stand up against wrong or whatever. Maybe it got to be a rally. Maybe it got to be some kind of rally to bring some justice for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Because Mrs. Montgomery Smith can't go down like no chump. It can't be like that. She went there to fight a soldier. So no, it can't be like it can't be like that, treating her like that, where like she was nobody. She was somebody very important. So it's like, I'm done with you now. I don't care nothing about you. You wasn't nobody to me in the first place kind of attitude. No, all soldiers should be treated with the utmost respect. All of them. All military staff. Because they go to fight for this country. And they have no business being murdered on their own soil or murdered, period. And treated like they garbage when it's all over with. Like, we don't have no more use for you. Oh, until you say something wrong that I don't like. Oh, you like the enemy or whatever. Or as long as you let me just do what I'm going to do to you, I'm fine with you. Okay, give me some more from Mrs. Montgomery Smith Universe. Right here. I see your true colors shining through. She saw those true colors shining through with you, mister. I need to see something to show that you're going to jail, going to court, and you're going to jail somewhere. Because you need to be there. You got addiction. Yeah, the addiction. He keep coming out. God know you. The addiction, mister. Addiction to control. And addiction as far as pills. I'm noisy. Sorry about that. I had to wiggle them up. It's a twin flame. Just her and her husband. Tinkerbell arrives. Thin layer of hope. Let's see, it was a thin layer of hope for Mrs. Montgomery Smith to arrive. This would be her, Miss Montgomery Smith, arriving home to her twin flame, her husband, the person she loved, who God gave her. But it was a thin layer of hope, get what I'm saying? Because she was dealing with this person who was starving for power. Because she had to make sure this person was an adult and don't just look like one, because it could fool her. This person was very immature. She was dealing with this programming, the army. People don't own the earth. Who this man felt he owned her, controlled everything, and everything else. She was boxed in with this card, boxed in. She didn't want to be scratched off. She didn't want to be murdered. She actually might was saying to this person, don't hurt her, with the scratched off card. Let me see with the if that pardon card come out, it's gonna make me think that. I really kind of don't want to see the pardon card. That pardon card makes me mad in a storyline like this, because that means a person begging for that life and somebody kill a person anyway. So maybe I don't want to see that card. Ugh. Let's just go. What's this man going to jail? Shining through. Definitely. Look at them. So-called friends. So-called friends. So-called partners. What you call them? Fellow soldiers or whatever you call them, right? She is hooking notes, gathering up information in her mind about these people. Or hooking notes when she is telling her family about these people. When she is online talking, that's what you call hooking notes. She is giving information, right? Or writing it down, giving it out. These people. So we have right here, she felt the moisture of what this took from her, right? Of her being abused by these people. Or this man who abused her. Because he asked her, was she available? And she said, I'm sure. Right? Because we here right here. He wanted her to come on. Let's get to the melting pot. So he wanted her to go to a party, or wanted her to get in some kind of maybe business deal or whatever this man wanted. Let's flow. Let's see. Here's your flowers. That's a negative. This in her storyline, this is a killing card. Why? Because this is not her husband. Because the flowers go with funerals, weddings. Get what I'm saying? Let's see. Look at this. Look at the card. Don't scratch me off. this man. This man got a racial problem. Look at this. House that's sufficient. Oh, goodness. She felt the moisture what this took from her. As far as this man, she is hooking notes about a so-called friend. So she gave information out to her family out here and to the office because she felt the moisture what this took from her when they assaulted her or whatever they did to her. Because they asked her was she available and she went to a party, whatever it might have been. Or this man tried to come over and make up some kind of way. Or whatever it might have been. Come on, let's go to the melting pot. If he wanted to, come on, let's go. He said, come on with it and get to the melting pot. So some kind of way you might want her to get in a money deal, or he wanted her to go to a party or whatever it might have been. Here's your flowers. So I really don't think he brought her flowers. I just feel like this is a death card for her right here. Here's your flowers. And this would be her. Don't scratch me off. She felt boxed in, or he felt boxed in, if she did any talking. So we got this one right here. She looking at what helped her up in her life. Right? Because she can't get out of there until the army said she can get out of there. So she helped up in there. Right? She pinpointed an action that helped her up. And the action, what helped her up in there was she had to wait for the 2 weeks or the week or whatever, right? So he didn't want to be scratched off either as a friend, right? So he might have brought her something in there. So if he brought her some, actually brought her some flowers, trying to make up or whatever this man tried to do, he might have brought some flowers in there. He might have. He might have. So maybe I don't want to, maybe if he's trying to make up and all to try to get her to change her mind, maybe. Let's flow a little bit. I don't know yet. I'm happy with my race, no matter my color. See, this is my life, no matter my color. This is hers, where somebody got a racial problem with her. Follow me? Whoever needs to seek what's troubling a person. See what I'm saying? And here it is. This is the barracks, that place there. She being appreciative of a house that's sufficient. That's the only house she got there. Steps up is made for a floor plan. This simply means for her is steps up is made for floor plans to get out of there and go to where she live at. Steps up are made. She went and talked to whoever she had to talk to, or however this flows, to get out of there. Right? So we have her eating food, meat with sauce on it, or this man, or whoever it might have been. She had heartfelt tears, and we saw her crying on the video. Right? Give a penny for her thoughts. So let's flow a little bit. She is dealing with a leader. He don't have to be an Aries, but he is a leader. Just like she was. Could be an Aries, but whoever it is just a leader. Get what I said, right? But she a leader too. There's the same rank, right? When she complained about her ex, she feed him power. So he ain't her ex-boyfriend or nothing. He just an ex-friend or something. Get what I'm trying to say? So we have right here that, oh my goodness. Here's just the card aside. I didn't want to be in here, and it just came up on me. This man was fickle. She wanted a second chance. I told you I didn't want this card in here. Because the second chance card is something like, if there's any kind of killing, it's like the person begging for their life. Because remember, you see this card right here, don't scratch me off. No, or whatever you might be saying. Let's just float this next card. Oh, goodness. It's just getting worse. This is the dying card. This is just even worse. It's not ordinary. It's not ordinary. It's not ordinary. She sees somebody die, but she dying. Get what I'm saying? Because it's the dying card. It's not ordinary. It's supposed to be that she sees somebody dying, but she dying. Get what I'm saying? This person insisted on a period of time with her. She could acknowledge a secret, follow me, about this man. Follow me. Whatever day of the week, Monday, Saturday, or whatever day maybe, limits were sky high for this man. Let's just see. I hear money out there, no. I hear money out there, no. I think he owed her money. Follow me. Any deterrent that caused her dysfunction, she had to get away from in the AM. So we have right here that she wanted to get to the Milky Way, and the Milky Way was the army for her. Follow me. But this person was what you call a trailblazer, this man, and it was jointness with this trailblazer. Because he was part of the team, the army. She wanted hidden her emotions. She wanted sensitiveness. God didn't want her to be in the background. Mrs. Montgomery Smith, you be front and center like that person is because you are of equal ranks, right? He wanted her to take a couple of desires. He wanted money from her. He wanted her to take money from him, or he owed her money. Or he wanted romance from her, or he wanted time. She is a beautiful dreamer, but she wasn't going to put up with his crap. But he felt like he wasn't going to put up with hers. Follow me? A lot of bills or different things, money was being ran up some kind of way. Bills piling up or whatever. And this man took pills. Okay, so a lot of money was spent. I think he might have owed her money. I keep coming back to that. I don't think he was buying her anything. So we have, because one of them was saying something about she needed shoes one time. But I really don't think she really think this man owed her money, because I thought the other one said it. He decided to pluck her because he felt she was a turncoat. Or she might decide to pluck him because she felt he is a turncoat and she didn't want to put up with his crap, maybe because of him borrowing from her or anything like that, or him acting a certain way, or he felt that she is a turncoat. And he wanted to pluck her. So we have right here that she wanted to be all over with the caravan. She wanted to be all over with the caravan. It's all over. She didn't want to hang with these people no more because it was transparent that they looked at her as a liability. So we have she is all in her feelings. And she's going to go get it. And that means she's going to go to the office and complain. But this man, this military policeman, he is all in his feelings. And he was going to go after her because he looked at her as a liability. She can mess me up between 9 o'clock a.m. 9:30 p.m. Okay. It says right here, it's your turn to rise. It was her turn to rise. It was her time to rise, to be the military policeman that she was trained to be, because this man was making it seem like she was down here and he's looking down at her. Get what I'm saying? When they really the same rank. It's her time to rise and be that policeman that she is, right? Because you know he's cheating. So with this card right here, because you know cheating goes with romance, but we're not talking romance, so you know he's cheating. For her would be he lying, right? He might have borrowed money from her and he saying he don't have it, or he lying to people about her, or whatever it might be. Follow me? Here it is. He wanted her to disrespect herself because he wanted her to be in some kind of same-sex stuff here with him and his friends. He on the down low, right? Here they are, sinful, street, devilish people. Want her to disrespect herself, right? She had to beware the poker face. This man here, can I come up without you leaving me? So he was going to probably tell her that he on the down low or whatever he was going to say. I'm a drug addict or whatever he was going to say. But he wanted her to kind of be a friend or whatever, still, or anything like that, or whatever he is going to say. I don't know. Here she is. Don't force your ways on me. Get what the card's saying. Don't try to make me like that. Don't try to have me doing things. Right? So he is following her in the barracks, around the barracks, or wherever. Right? To gain, for her, was to lose what needed to go. To get away from this man. Stay away from this man. And to get out of the army in general. Follow me? But for him, and for him to gain, he felt was to get rid of her. Because he felt she is a liability to him. Because he did what he did to her. Not because he owed her money. Because he taking pills. Or he's selling pills. Or he doing both of them. And also he assaulted her. And the rape card, I really think, came out already. Because my other card says that he raped her. Okay? He was sitting down with her some kind of way. Or he wanted to sit down or anything like that. Because she is an enabler for him to have financial gain. He wasn't to her. So he might have been begging her for money or whatever. I've been trying for a while. So he been trying for a while, begging her for money or trying to get her to do what would make her disrespect herself and her family, a threesome, or a same-sex, or whatever the man was trying to make happen. You can count on me if you lose. Right? I got some money or whatever. He was trying to work something out here. He's been trying for a while to try to make something happen. Either she needed to exercise with him, because youth don't last for so long. So somebody got a red coat, red chair, or we dealing with an actual black male for sure, or somebody was trying to blackmail her, or he felt she would blackmail him. Take it however it is. Wait a minute. Okay, all the clothes. Oh, that goes with the other. Okay, I'm sorry about that. This is Montgomery Smith. So we have right here, you're in my dreams. Call me soon. So Mrs. Montgomery Smith, thinking about her family. Thinking about her family. Call me soon, you're in my dreams. Let me see something. Well, we got this man. Got her in his thoughts, trying to make something happen. Make sure he or she is an adult, don't just look like one. I thought I said this card already. I really thought I said this card. Maybe it dropped. I thought I said this card. I'm going to say it again though. Make sure he or she is an adult and don't just look like one that could fool you, because he is starving for power. Let's put it there. Because shades was covering up stuff. And you got to lift those shades so you can see what need to be seen. Right? Because he was fussing some kind of way. He had feelings to the rooftop. Because he was corny, God says, and he is a pure monster to Mrs. Montgomery Smith. So it says right here for Mrs. Montgomery Smith that she invested when she went in the army. Right? She invested. It was time for her to invest. She felt because she wanted to help at home. It's nice to want to help at home, God says, for Mrs. Montgomery Smith, but in some cases it won't work. So by her being in the army, she want to help at home by being in the army. But God said in some cases it won't work. It's time to get away from there. It's time for her to invest somewhere else to gain. Get what God was saying. And she was going to do just that. She was ready to get out of there. But she was dealing with my cold-blooded, this narcissist who was the center of attention. Where temperatures was rising in all of us, but she had to control hers, right? Your life is your own. I thought I said this. I must have had 2 cards that say the same thing. I thought I said this phrase. Your life is your own. Don't force it on me. I must got it 2 times. I really thought I said that. But okay, if I didn't, I'm saying it again. Unfortunately, he is dealing with a she-bear, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, woman in charge, a go-getter, a woman about business. Here we got house. She is crying at her barracks in there. Because do she really believe as far as God, faith? Was she here? Do she really? Because here we have, it was a thin layer of hope. Because she's supposed to have been arriving home to her twin flame, her husband, the man God had for her, see, but she didn't make it. Because she would have been, it would have been her arriving home, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, but she didn't get to be there because it was a thin layer of hope. She got stopped by somebody with addictions. Addictions play a part in soul breaking. This man need to find out why did he stick with it so long. But as far as her addictions play a part in soul breaking, so she felt she had to be in the army because it run in a family. If it's nothing like, if it goes anything like that, for her part, why did she stick with it so long? Or, if it ain't got nothing to do with it running her family, if addictions play a part, addiction to letting somebody control you or whatever, is soul breaking. Somebody is soul breaking with somebody mistreating you. Why did she stick with it so long? Just being in there, being abused as far as verbally, controlling, dominating, or whatever was happening. Because the ingredients was charged with her and this man, this policeman, who was a center of attention, this narcissist guy. Ingredients was charged, it was burnt up, that mean it was no more good. It's like when you finish with somebody, you don't even want to be your friend no more. And you know what that, if you really mean business, they not going to be your friend no more. So that's how she got with somebody. This activity was on her phone or this person's phone. Whatever that can help in her case. Now her videos can help in her case because we saw 2 videos. One where it seemed like it was fussing or something at a car and it was fighting or whatever it is doing in the car. And then it was one her talking out to her family, just showing everybody her bruises, right? Okay, so we have right here a mom or brother. So this don't have to be her, but it could be this man. Okay, we got is her brother, her real brother. Is her, okay, her brother, her real brother. Let me just try to work this. Her brother, her real brother. Wait a minute. Okay, I will tell my story. She's going to tell her story. She's going to tell her story, but let me just say. So maybe mom, it's got a mom right here. Mom, real brother. Maybe this guy, like I said, I think the first one said this guy was adopted or what was going on with him. He had problems home, problems with his parents, problems with his family, period. But he a narcissist, his family, what is going on there, maybe with his mother. Is his brother his real brother? Is his mother his real mother? Let me take it off of that card. She's going to tell her story. Okay, here we got adopted again. So we got a step or adopted dad. So he got an adopted dad or stepdad because I know her father is her real dad. So we got this man, this soldier, this military policeman. I'm going to take this as he, like her adopted dad. He not her father, but he talking like he her father. Get what I'm saying? Adopted dad, like he's her father, or he actually have an adopted dad because he is adopted or raised by somebody where he got a stepfather or whatever's going on here. People don't own the earth. This would go with the army because that's where she was programming, all kind of programming where she couldn't get out. Nothing was being done. Why did she settle for less? Because they had cheating ways. Right? Didn't treat her right. Because either she was getting high herself. This her card though. Some kind of way she got high or something with this card. You need help. She did reach out. This her card. She got high some kind of way. If she needed help, she needed to get her cell phone for help. I feel she did because she reached out and told her family. Accurate. So we have right here revamping. So some kind of way she had to revamp. Do things all night, all day, or whatever. So I don't know what happened as far as work, or as far as if they had her doing things different or change her shifts or anything like that with doing things on the base or whatever. I just don't know with that. But the only thing I can take from this one is that she was making arrangements some kind of way to get out of there. Right? So we have whatever this military policeman name is. He morally he know he is wrong. What he did to Mrs. Montgomery Smith. We got national and we got 41. Somebody could be 41 and here we got a number 4 and 1 is 5. We got a number 5. God giving grace all over the place. So I think we got 5 5s or 6 of them. And then we got a 5 sitting here. God giving all kind of grace. God giving time for this person to turn this person's self in and do the right thing. Or the army to loosen up the grips and let this man be put in jail where he belongs. Somebody might come from Pennsylvania, New York. She had to taper it, or he tapered it. So the universe wanted her to put the brakes on. Put the brakes on what? Being there, or being around this man, or whatever God wanted her to put the stop to. Because that's a stop card. When you know how it is with your card. Get what I'm saying? So, oh my goodness. These 5s all over the place. We got number 14. 4 and 1 makes 5. We got another one. Goodness gracious. What's going on with the 5 universe? God is giving all kind of grace. I think there's 5 or 6 5s on my table. God giving all kind of grace for this man to be turned in or for this man to give himself up. God giving you all kind of grace. When you don't go with God, when God giving you grace and you don't go with whatever, it's going to come down hard on you. When God gives you a chance to do whatever, it comes down hard on you. It's called the Tower in Terror. It's going to come down hard on you because God is like giving all kind of grace. I think it was a good 6 5s, if I'm counting right. God giving all kind of grace to you. Do I hear sergeant here? Or to your sergeant to turn you in or whatever? I hear sergeant, right? Or are you a sergeant? I don't know. I don't know a lot about ranks and all that stuff there. But anyway. I think one more for Mrs. Montgomery. Where is okay, it's down there. Everybody says, where's the rest of your cards, Mrs. Montgomery Smith? Let me see where we at. Okay, let's just see here. Okay, maybe this will be the last one. I don't know. Let's just flow. Okay, universe. I haven't saw the jail card. I haven't seen no jail cards yet for this person. I saw a judge card, but I want to see a jail card. Is this man going to jail? I haven't seen the big boys. I haven't seen nothing so far. is this man going to jail universe where he belongs. So, I hear wind this thing up. I hear wind this thing up. Wind it up, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, wind it up. Peacock. We got Sweet Pea. Who is Sweet Pea? Sweet Pea might be the youngest baby, the youngest child, the youngest one. Because I think the youngest one was under 1, right? Sweet Pea. Right here, her saying Sweet Pea. I really think Sweet Pea is the youngest. She calling Sweet Pea the youngest one. Oh, rocking her baby. She's rocking her baby. She seemed like, oh goodness, I don't know, I got a little emotional a little bit. I keep feeling stuff, but seemed like she was really nice. I don't know, I feel like she was nice and fun. She rocking her baby. It's like you doing like this, rocking her baby. I think the youngest one, Sweet Pea, that's the youngest one. She loves all her babies, but I think the last baby is what I'm seeing. I guess the last one. And she wish I could be there with you. Your mommy is around you all the time. You just can't see her. She's around you all the time. All the time. She is around you all the time. Just can't see her. She is there though. She know all about it. This man was a shark, God says. He was a shark. She had burdens, and the burdens was being there with this man that she couldn't get away from. Because ladies cannot beat a man. I don't care how much women think that they equal to a man. You can't beat a man. And she's in there with a pile of them. We had this nut here. God called this man a nut. This nut here, this man, and then his friends to go with it. If she wasn't happy with things, God said she had to make things right. And she was trying, but she still couldn't get out of there unless she just walked off on her own. But I think you get arrested if you just walk out on your own, right? I just rather she walked out on her own. At least she still have her life. Will she fight for our love? Communicate. This man, what? Let me just see. I'm tired of this man myself. He got him on my nerves, banking on it. I'm ready to see something where he in jail. I want to see something where this man going to jail. You had plans for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. You wanted her to come out to do what you want done in this world. And he cut her life short. That's not acceptable by God. She is walking away from the army. I see the walk away card. She was walking away from the army. She was getting out of the army. This was it for her. What happened to her? What she is feeling like? She didn't feel like she trusts nobody. Whatever. She was leaving. She was going to be leaving there. She was going to get another job offer some kind of way. She was leaving there. And that's no joke. Because it's just like you have a relationship with somebody. When there's no more trust, when people mistreat you, there's no more trust, or things just went to the extreme, that's it. You done. Ain't no trying to make nothing happen. That's it. When people cross lines, because, Mister, you was wrong, and you need to reveal it. And stop fighting it, because you know you did what you did to her, mister. Because you're just banking on her because you feel she a female and you can do what you want to do to her, that people will believe you. Here's some numbers. What part of anything? Let me just get some cards because it's obvious. Because something come from way back with you because you mad because she didn't want to be bothered with you. She don't have to be connected to you if she don't want to. She said, bye-bye, baby. She said, bye-bye, or she didn't want to be your friend or whatever this is. But you might decide that you wanted to say bye-bye to her because you felt like you was in charge because you're a narcissist. She is going to be leaving that place. She is going to be going to another country. She is leaving there. She is saying bye-bye to that place. She was leaving there, but she just couldn't get out of there fast enough. Let's just flow universe. One. Okay. Deep. Because she is going to be that tiger. I see it right there. I'll wiggle that around. She is going to be that tiger. I mean that lion to her cubs. She is going home to be her kids. It's inside there. I wiggled it too fast. She is going to be that lion to her cubs, to her kids. She was leaving that place. And you stopped all of that. You stopped all of that because you wanted her to be your princess, mister, so you could win. But she wasn't your princess. She had her prince home, her king home. She didn't want you. Here it is right here. Oh, no, this ain't the one. Oh, I thought it was that one right there. Yeah, you came straight at her like a lion. Let's just flow universe. Let me just see what this person... Anything in here to show this person any kind of justice for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Let me just peek and see. Is there any kind of justice? Anything in here? I want to see some kind of justice for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this myself. This is the fourth one I've done. I want to see some justice. Guilty. Dishes. Let me see something. I'm ready to see something for you, mister. I'm ready to see some kind of justice for you, mister. Detention time. I want to see some justice for you. Because I got deep feelings. Took her away from her kids and you just sitting there just having a good time home, smoking, drinking, taking pills or whatever you're doing. You was a darn shark. You did what you did because you felt you could do just that. Wasn't nobody there to protect her there. You thought you can just do what you want to do because there's nobody to protect her there. You felt I could just do what I want to do because I'm the man. Nobody's here. She's a female. I can just do what I want to do to her. She black. She a female. I do what I want to do to her. Nope. Ain't nothing going to be done about it. And so far, nothing was done about it because I didn't hear anything. So far, here we go. Either she like fashion or you. But you couldn't control yourself and your own skin because you came straight at her right here, God says. And you put out her candle. You put out her light. You closed her eyes. How can I say it for you? Right? God says for Mrs. Montgomery Smith, refuse to stay in a puddle because it would keep her wet. Right? Universe was driven to guide her to the next best place to be. The puddle was the army. Out of the army was the next best place to be. A healing path. The army was destruction. But she couldn't get out yet. You was observing to see if she was promiscuous or you wanted her to be. Because everything was about you trying to get her hooked with whatever you wanted her to do. She don't have to do that if she didn't want to. She might like pink. She'll stay calm. Or you just wanted her to stay calm about things. She need to leave you in the past. Or she did, because if you was a person who stayed in the same barracks, I keep saying that, because that's what kept coming on back then, like was you a roommate? I don't know who you was. You was somebody close. She left you in the past though, and you had a problem with that. You wanted her to incorporate playful energy, plant a seed. What's her name is Denisha, right? But I don't want to call her first name, but you probably call her Denisha. You want to, I'm gonna say it this time. You wanted her plant a seed, Denisha, some playful energy, right? Soften up with me, right? But it says you guilty as charged. God knew you guilty as charged, and it's going to be on letterhead. You guilty as charged, and it's going to be on letterhead. She not guilty as charged. You are. We're dealing with judicious. It was deep feelings that she had. She is feeling detention time being in the army, stuck. But you're going to be feeling detention time eventually. She had deep feelings, is back again. You like having fun evidently. She might like having fun too. I don't know. One of you like the color orange, or both of you, or you like oranges. Will my person ever love me? So we have right here, some kind of way you was really trying to throw yourself on her. Some kind of way you was determined to get your way. You might eat a certain kind of way, or she might did, or somebody was talking to one of you about eating, like vegan or some kind of eating. We got a Sarah, a Susan, or whatever some other lady's name was that was in there, right? That need to lay off the tasty cakes, lay off the sweet stuff, right? Well, she might have been eating sweet stuff. She needed to lay off. I just don't know. Or you wanted her to be, you wanted her to, because remember I said already, you wanted her to be connected to some lady, right? She might wanted you to lay off. Stop trying to get her to do something like that. You was getting mad walking outside or inside her house because it was time to act. You wanted her to act so you and whoever can survive. Follow me? But for her, she needed to act so her and her family could survive. Because right here, choicey about another state. But she really wasn't choicey. She had no choice. She couldn't make a move. So she was stuck as far as going to another state. Get what I'm saying? To go home. Because it was time to act then, but she couldn't do it. So her and her family could survive. I'm taking it that way. So we can turn it back around to what you just heard me say. So we have you wanted her to act now so you can survive. You and whoever you was hooked to with whatever y'all had planned out. You wanted her to do something sweet. And that is build another lady. This is the tasty cake card. Lay off the tasty cakes some kind of way. Either she is eating sweet stuff, you're eating sweet stuff, somebody's eating sweet stuff, or we dealing with ladies right here. Get what I just said, right? You getting upset, you want to survive, you trying to make something happen, you want her to act now, some deal you might have gotten in or whatever. No, she's not doing what you want her to do, mister. She trying to analyze and see where this stuff stems from. You got your gay issues and you trying to just pull everybody else in with you because she already said, don't force your ways on me. Because here we got another promiscuous card. We got one right there and here's another one. She had to take care of herself and don't be promiscuous. Because here we go on back to back. You're trying to make something happen. Right? So we have right here. She did it. So you fought her some kind of way in words. You fought her in words, financial, emotional, verbal, or however you fought her. Because you was trying to make her promiscuous or make something happen. It says she did it. So I don't know if you asking her or something, or you made her do something or whatever. I don't know right there with that. Because on my other one, she was willing to do something because of fear and force back then. But I don't know what that one was, right? I don't really know what, I don't remember what exactly came with that. So it says right here, all this written is going to come to light. All this written down is going to come to light. Okay, so we got a male cousin that's older. So maybe she got a male cousin that's older than her, or we dealing with this man, this military policeman. He have a male cousin who might be older, or who might be part of the army, or he might be in cahoots with, or whatever's going on here. Maybe they do videos of women or whatever. I don't know what's going on here. So we have 31. Somebody could be 31. She might have a child that's 4 years old. Let's just roll a little bit. Child 3 years old. Child 1 year old. Let's just go. Okay, so he felt finding his princess, he would win. So he wanted her to be promiscuous, maybe taking videos or something, maybe him and some cousin doing something with videos, making money. I'm trying to see what's going on here. Why he was so determined. He trying to get her to be involved in something. Usually it go with videos and things like that. But for her husband finding his princess, he would win. And that's her coming home for pleasant times, right? She might like the color red. Or he might like the color red, her husband. She is going to go get her mission, and that was when she went in the army, but she is going to go get her mission and go home to take care of her family. Let's flow. But this man was going to go get his mission and come her way, because, yeah, he was hope struck, and he is going to do all what he had to do to make something happen. How much would he do to make something happen? Because some kind of way he might have been taking videos. If not videos, he is determined to try to make her do whatever this is. He is determined. Could have been a money deal he had planned out with somebody who was his cousin, somebody who else in the army with him, or whatever's going on here, somebody older than him, or whatever this is. How much and how far will she go to grow? She is hope struck as far as doing her mission and being in the army. Sitting down at the table talking, her and somebody in the army, about her professional vision. We had peace within. She wanted to checkmate. And that's probably to leave there. But she's antsy. There at one point. She wanted sensitivity and tenderness. Okay, my throat feeling certain kind of ways. I'm not going to stop. Wait a minute, Miss Oh, I was saying, oh goodness, I was saying no. We're not going to stop Mrs. Montgomery storyline. I don't think so, devil. Okay, I had to do a cough. It might be some dust that I don't even see, but okay, here we go. She wanted sensitivity and tenderness. Okay? And this man, he communicated, and he wanted her to fight for, let's say love, but fight for a friendship or anything like that. Or he wanted to try to do that, right? She is in solitude, doing some kind of thinking in her barracks, I guess, after a while. Looking at something suspenseful. Somebody might live in Europe or wherever they live at. Him. So she was choosy about going to another state. So like I say, she wasn't really choosy about leaving or going home. She was stuck. There's nothing she could do about it. Right? Number 2. Could have been at least 2 people in there when she died. Okay. I miss you. Kiss you and desire you. Get your mindset to explore the unknown in love. So we got this man. No. I feel he had this plan, the unknown in love, with him trying to have her all hooked up with some ladies or whatever he had planned out. But I'm going to take this to her husband. I miss you. I kiss you and desire you. Get your mind set to explore the unknown and love. And here she is. I'm here for you. I'm coming. Whatever her husband's name is. I'm going to get on a bus, on a train, on a moped, on a motorcycle, on a plane or whatever, and I'm coming to you. I'm coming for you, right? Anything like that. So, we turn it around to this man over here. This man was trying to get her to explore the unknown in love, to be with ladies and men or whatever he was trying to do. He was absorbing to see if she was genuine. She was saying no, she don't know parts of that. Anything like that. So we have right here that she wanted to be structured, right? For a joyous occasion, and that would be going home to see her husband for the unknown in love and to see her kids. But this man, he had something planned out, or he wanted to plan out some kind of joyous occasion he had planned out to try to get her set up that way. She decided to give up on these people as friends or teammates. I mean, not teammates, what you call it? She decided to give up on these people, especially this man, this narcissist. Follow me? But he decided to give up on her at the end because he murdered her. She wanted to save some money. She might like yellow, or he might like yellow. So we have right here that daily life make people rethink of things that they have forgotten and they need to change and seek. So daily life made her rethink things she had forgotten and she needed to change and seek being there. Get what I'm saying? When at the time this stuff was happening to her, because this man wanted the whole pot. This a cheating card. So this man wanted what all was going on with him, and he wanted to try to pull her in the pot too. And she didn't want to be in that pot. But also, this man was greedy for his money. So he might have had his own money, but he might have been begging her for hers. Because I think in one of them he might have borrowed, but I don't know if she ever got her money back. So if she have a daughter, don't have to be a Capricorn child. Well, she don't have to be a Capricorn child. But we got somebody who is, because Capricorn is the devil energy, negative devil energy, or just Capricorn in general, or earth sign. She could have an earth sign daughter. A daughter that act like a Capricorn somewhat, or she was a Capricorn or act like one, or somebody's a Capricorn daughter or act like one that she knows. Somebody. Or act like one. There's a lack of control. Or this man might have an actual daughter that's out of control, or act like a Capricorn, or is a Capricorn, or his mother might be one. Right? Could be the mother. Okay, so she was tarnished by superior, and he called himself a superior because he felt he was up here over her. Remember I told you, right? Where he looking down at her. She was tarnished because here's a shark, God says to her. Did she have burdens? Yes. Dealing with this man and his fellow soldier friends, right? If she wasn't happy with things, God said she had to do things right, and she went to talk to her, the person in charge, right? Because she is working hard on trying to figure this out. How can I get out of here? And how fast can I make it happen? But this man was working hard on trying to get her hooked up with some stuff he got cooked up over here. Because he's stereotyping Mrs. Montgomery Smith, right? She might have a younger sister. She don't have to. Or he might have one. Or one of them ladies he was hooked to might have one. So we have right here that he was scaling things out for a rosy summer on what plans he had maybe to get her incorporated in some same-sex either video or party or what the heck they was doing over here, because he was hope struck. I think he wanted something more on video. So over here with her, she's scaling things out for a rosy summer as far as going home. Follow me? But I think it was August when she died, so September, was not summer, but depending on what part of September, it's not really cold yet. So, she wanted to be fruitful. Go home, be fruitful, be happy. But then he wanted to be fruitful because he was thinking about making money. Or just gathering up all them together to do what he want done. This man here got some issues. This man got some serious issues. There's no joke. And he a narcissist person. And those kind of people, I'd really say is a clown. Those kind of people got some serious problems, mental problems. And that's the truth about it. There are some serious mental problems going on with them people. God say he a nut. God know this man inside out. You don't know him. I don't know him, but God know this man. God said this person's a nut. One of them things I named for the nut card, this man is that. Whatever it is. Drug addicted. Drinking. Unstable. Mentally ill. Not all there. Whatever was going on with this man. Okay. Okay, universe. God says he's guilty. So I just want to see the jail card. I'm going to end it. I don't know how long I've been on here. I'm trying to end it, Lord. I want to see the jail card. That'll make me be happy. I'm going to go up here and fix me something to eat on that thing. Fix me something to eat on that thing. I just need to see something. I'll go fix my food on that. I want to see the jail card. I want to see the cuffs on him. I want to see the cuffs on him. The cuffs, if I just see my cards, that's just as well as the cuffs being on him. I just need to see. See, he just a pill popper. I want to see the cuffs on him. I want those cuffs on him. Because he don't know. When he took away Mrs. Montgomery Smith, he took away the preacher. Look at that. Look at that. This is a gun card. This is not her pointing a gun. This is the gun being pointed at her. Get my drug. She wanted her parents right here. She wanted her parents right here. Well, finding my parents. She wanted her parents right here. She is being adopted by the army. That's adoption. You're being controlled by people acting like your parents. She wanted her parents. She didn't need the army to help her be her. She was up strong right here. Man trying to get her all connected with stuff. Man, all kind of diseases and stuff going on, trying to pull her in this and pull her in that. No, she said, my life matters. Man don't want to hear no. He don't want to hear no. Here he is. Can we do it now? No, she ain't doing nothing with you, mister. Hear God talking to her, though. If you do anything with this man, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, it's going to cost you. Don't go his way. But can we do it now? Or he want to know, did you do it? So she went to her that office, and it was going to cost her, right? But she went to that office because we got to do what we have to do. We got to stand up for things when we got to stand up for. We can't let people intimidate us where we don't stand up for what's right, especially when it comes to our own lives. Because God says right here, it was her turn. It's your turn, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, to stand up for yourself and be that military policeman you are. You're a soldier. You're not going to be letting somebody just have you down like down here. Like you dog meat. Get what I'm saying? This man got too much power. Okay. He could be a Virgo, or he could be a Sage, act like one. She's going to be moving to rougher matters if she didn't get out of that army, though. Because it wasn't nothing but trouble for her after that happened with her in that car. She was entwined in gossip. And the gossip was people hearing about that stuff that happened between her and those people in the truck, fussing, fighting, or whatever they was doing. So that was the rumor. That's just like out here. When people out in the neighborhood say something or whatever, and then they get around, you one person here, and then 50 people know before 2 days is over. That's how it is in there too. Look at God saying that's a sure thing. Because this man had tendencies. For sure, for sure. One more. I'm hoping it's in here, but I just want to see a jail card for this man, universe. I want to see the prison card, really. I want to see that prison card for him. I want the prison card for him. I don't want the regular jail. I want to see the prison card. Because he took her away from her family. Oh, yeah, he wanted to get revenge on the Negro, did you? Look at him. He wanted to get revenge on the Negro, did you? Did you? Right? You wanted to seek revenge on her, right? You don't like the idea she's stepping up and going telling on you. But it was a witness. And whoever it is, I don't know what it's going to take for the person to tell. Maybe the person got to be on a hot seat. And that's when the person going to talk. That's how some people is. They have to be on a hot seat and then they decide they want to talk. Before that, they won't even open up their mouths. It's time for somebody to grow up, because God says it's time for somebody to call. You know what happened to Mrs. Montgomery Smith. You know it. You was a witness, because God's saying you was a witness. Card right there. I just put it on the table, I think, right? Oh, I dropped it in here. Okay, one more. Thank you, Lord. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap. Hopefully that's it. I'm going to try to just end it with these. I'm going to just end it with these. I'm going to end it. I'm just hoping that jail card in here, Lord. I'm going to end it. I'm hoping. Because I want justice for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. I want justice for her. I want justice for Mrs. Montgomery Smith universe. I want to see something for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Thank you, universe. So we have right here, she had to beware of cheaters, people that's got lying ways, right? And make sure it was just her. Don't even get indulged with these haters and snakes. Haters and snakes. Just stay single in there. Don't get involved and be among these cheaters and these people. Don't even get mixed up with these people. Somebody's in competition with her. That man I told you. Fussing. Competing. She is trying to make her belt worth. Be controlling about her money and controlling her money. Right? She's trying to control her money because she had an annoyance, and that was from this culprit, right? So this person might have been copping and bagging or just using drugs, like I told you. But it says right here, it's time for somebody to grow up. It's time to call. Because if you know what happened, you need to talk. So we have right here is, I forgot what lonely meant. It's never too much sugar when it comes in the form of romance. So this person is so flirting so much, trying to pull her in, trying to get her to be a part of his stable or whatever he's trying to do in there, and have a bunch of ladies and a bunch of men put together, whatever this man was trying to make happen, trying to pull her in. He had a crush on her, looked like here. I forgot what lonely meant. So for her, she forgot what lonely meant. I'm going to say for her is that the friendship or whatever it was she had with this person, she was able to just get on over there and just leave it behind, or just not have none of them people around, where it left her kind of alone, because the main people she was with, I guess maybe they are the people who she wound up getting angry with, and then she wound up being by herself. But she is able to tolerate being by herself because she had to look in the mirror with both eyes, God says. And what do she see? The truth, right? Because she's dealing with somebody who was hateful. It's in this person's genetics, from his mother, father, sister, brother, right? Because this man, whoever he is, wanted her to lay down. Laying down beside you is like my first crush. So I don't think she actually laid down with this man before. I really think he lived in the same house, or what we call the barracks, because I don't think you get one of your own, right? You live with other people, right? So I'm going to look at it as this man lived in the same, not when she died though, but at one point, some kind of way, I feel he lived in the same barracks with her. And he might have had a crush some kind of way. Right here, there's a crush card. She had to get away from the haters and snakes. These people was haters and snakes. Some information that she got motivated her to get away from these haters and snakes. Man could have been a Gemini, act like one. Was a comrade that was going to be frank with her, or she might have been a Gemini. But he wanted to seek revenge on her, the Negro, right? So I think she mixed though, right? But God bringing it out that way because she got color to her, right? Even though she a mixed person. So let's just see. I don't know what his name is. Some kind of way she said, for what blank? Because some kind of way he might have said something to her, or he might have been talking to somebody else, or whatever this is. So it was a witness right here that saw whatever. He wanted to get revenge. Somebody said, for what? And it's the witness probably who's saying, for what? Because while parking it, his car outside, or whatever, his truck, or whatever he might have had, he was getting happy. Right? Because he was trying to invite in the warmest love of all, and that is to try to get her involved in whatever he was doing with his threesome, or whatever heck this man was doing. But she wanted to invite in the warmest love of all, and that would be her husband at home and her kids. She wanted to be treated like the queen she really was, because she wasn't treated like one there. Soon, she wanted to get home to her family and invite in that warmest love of all. She asked God what is her path, and God told her what her path was. It wasn't the army, and she got that assignment. She got God's message. She got the hint. She was getting out of there, but it just didn't happen soon enough, because God got a path for her, and it's not the army. That's a path she chose. But then when she talked to God right here, pray to God, God let her know, no, it's time for you to come out of there and see your worth, because they don't see your worth in there. They don't see your ambition. But God saying, I see your ambition, and I know your worth. Right? God wanted her to bend a little and gently close the door on it. And that was the army. So we hear right here, it was time for her to see that she's battling in that place, because she dealing with these people that don't like her, don't care about her. And lately, it was justified. Because of what happened to her. She saw it. It wasn't no having her eyes closed, because God said mirrors meant to show her the truth. Look with both of her eyes, and what did she see? That she was treated like nothing, because he wanted revenge on the Negro, so he went racial on her. Right? Something was in her drawer, whatever it was, or in his drawer. You can find it in the drawer. She need not over talk, right, to this man, because this man was like a loose cannon, right? So we have right here, do you love your wife? So she got a husband, so I'm switching it to her. Do you love your husband, Mrs. Montgomery Smith? Yes. So that means she not stepping out, because this man wanted her to step out. You know what that means. Come over here and be with me. Right? He and God talking to Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Do you love your husband, Mrs. Montgomery Smith? Because her choices are her own, right? Because this man wanted her to step out. Usually when I say this card, the person is stepping out. But with Mrs. Montgomery Smith, she wasn't giving in. So this is the only one so far I ever got, I think, where the person ain't stepping out. She was loyal. Finally, so we have right here that she wanted to save some money. So let's just go for Mrs. Montgomery Smith, Lord. I hear rat race. She is in a rat race in that place. There's banking on her. She had to check her credit, check her money, because she is trying to save money. Okay, she's moving to rougher matters if she ain't get out of there. Got number 18, number 9, number 1, number 8. Okay, so we have, she's going to be fearless. Here she talking to God again. Universe, lead me to my way. 2 praying cards. Right? Because it was her turn. It's your turn, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Because she asking God, and God telling her, it's your turn. Back-to-back prayers right here for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. It's your turn. Because God is spirit. We are in the flesh. We have to make the moves. and do the talking out here, whatever, to make some things happen. Us and whoever we dealing with, right? So God says, your turn. Because God told her already to come out of there, right? But there's nothing she could have did after she told her main boss or whoever it is. There's nothing else she could do but just wait it out. But then in the process, and I mean not in the process, I mean in the time period she's waiting, a disaster happened. Why I mentioned your ex giving this person power. So this person is not her ex-boyfriend or nothing like that. He just somebody who was an ex-friend, dorm mate, friend, or whoever this man was, right? That she no longer got along with, and then he tried to seek revenge on her, the Negro. He went another way at her. He was covering all his bases, though. It was plain and simple. Here we have right here that education and jobs. She wanted fairness. She went to that office to talk about all of this, and she needed fairness. So some kind of way she is somewhere where she eat at, or she was eating, or she went somewhere where she was eating, or whatever. Could have been in the lunchroom, I don't know. But God says she is knowledgeable, and she need to place her name on a slot, a new job, or a lottery ticket. So God wanted her to place her name on a new job. Here's the confirmation. God already told her to get out of there. Here God coming back at her. God wanted her to get out. A new job. That's what this means, a new job. This man had tendencies, and it was a sure thing. She had to be sure before she arrived there, right? So she went to go to the office some kind of way, to her boss or whoever over top, to tell them she leaving or she ain't coming back, or whatever she is going there to do, maybe talk about what happened to her or whatever. She had to be sure before she drive there. Because we got a lawyer card. I obligate myself to you. She obligated herself to her husband. Take a right turn if you plan on doing me wrong. So we have right here. Drive there. Let me see something. Take a right turn if you plan on doing me wrong. I'm going to have to turn it around for a story now. This would be for her husband. She obligated herself to her husband. And she not going to do her husband wrong. She not going to do it. Because this man, whoever he is, he wanted her to do her husband wrong and come his way. Because this man was determined, this man. So we have right here circumstances. Was going to cause her to get a lawyer. Her family going to have to get a lawyer. Because she is being treated harshly by others. Like she was nothing. That's good as trash, right? Got number 1. She is all by herself among all them people. Here we got number 11. That makes 3, right? There been 3 people around when she died. So we have right here somebody wanted her to collaborate. These people getting something real quick. Anything rushed, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, is not worth taking, God says. When somebody said, oh, come on, we got to do it now. Come on, do it now. The person was determined to get her in there. Trying to get her to do. Here it is right here. God says lights is flashing. You guys see him, Mrs. Montgomery Smith. I want what needs to go. Get away from these people. Lights is flashing. Because this man, he need to plant more. Put more time, more love, compassion, or whatever, or work, or whatever it is, right? So I'm going to change it for his storyline, because this came up for her husband before, I think, this card here. But I'm going to have to change it. Well, because it's not. Let me see. One minute. Stomach ground. I am so sorry. This came up for her husband. Let me see, nicest flashing. This came up for her husband. Let's just go. She needed to unwant what needed to go. Lights was flashing, right? To get away from these people here. So if this go with her husband, he got plant more, right? So I'm gonna take it this man way in a minute. Let me just see for a minute, because it came up for her husband before. He got plant more. Because she can press forward, so she won't feel like she's sinking. If it go like that as far as work or something like that. So I need to turn it around. If God using it for this man now. Let's just flow a little bit. This man, him, this policeman, he need to plant more. Plant more what? Love, honor, respect. Because he don't like brown. Now, we know she is a mixed person, right? But God got this for her right now with this storyline. Lights is flashing. She need to unwant what needs to go. Because if brown is your color, that's what this card say, you need to plant more. If brown is your color, you need to plant more. Now, I'm taking this as racial, because I got a racial card in my hand. Because I already told you this man got a racial problem with the Negro, right? So, if you like brown, you need to plant more, show more love. So he wasn't acting like he liked brown. He wasn't acting like he liked her race. Get what I'm trying to say? He need to plant more love, respect. What all God wanted to show that he appreciate. Follow me? He need to press forward. Well, she was going to press forward because it felt like she was sinking, because she was dealing with somebody who was coming after her and showing his racial tendencies, right? Because he had another racial card. Skin color is different, but all blood is red. And he need to see it in the world of his mind, this person here. Number 16 or number 7 or number 61. Here's some angel numbers. So, here he is. Can we do it now? Because this man is all about trying to get her to do what he wants her to do. Or we can turn it to her and home, her and her husband. Can we do it now? Could be where she decides she want to do it now. She want to change up. Can we do it now? Change up. I'm coming home. And then her husband go to work. Right? And take out the racial for a minute and just stick with these three. Because she feel like she's sinking in there with these people. And she gonna press forward and take a chance and go home and do things another way. Anything like that. But she might have been thinking about it's gonna cost her, right? To change up things. But so be it. It just gotta cost her. Her well-being is what matters, right? Sorry about that. But with this man, he felt like, can we do it now? Or will you do it? Or whatever. And by her not doing it, he felt it was going to cost her. But God was telling her also, Mrs. Montgomery Smith, if you join in with this man any kind of way, it's going to cost you. She doesn't want no smoke. But she got it because it was pros and cons dealing with these people here, or with the leaders, whoever it was. So here we have right here, I'm the light, the brass love one healer to row 9. That's me. And this would be Mrs. Montgomery Smith, and all the soldiers who died was murdered. Mention us, the brass love one. Right? So this is her card. But she talking for her and all of the other soldiers. Get what I just said, right? Okay, I'm going to have to step away because I got to get some water because, you know, it's kind of dry air, whatever they call it. I got to get some water in my throat. Because I'm going to finish Mrs. Montgomery Smith's storyline. The devil was a liar. The devil was not going to take this storyline away without me seeing some kind of jail card or something. I want to see a jail card or something for this man. Let me see. Might have to do another one. Oh no, I might have to do another one. I don't like doing second ones because people don't look at the second half. So I don't like to do second halves. I really don't because they don't get looked at sometimes. It's important that I get her story done. Okay, I gotta get some water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's just flow with Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Okay, I already explained this card. This card is Mrs. Montgomery Smith and any soldiers that died, who was murdered. Not just died, okay? Mention us. To brass love 1, healer to row 9. That is me. I am the light. I'm an earth angel like she was, right? So we have right here the next card. Enjoy the summer breeze, chatting up a storm. So some kind of way, she was enjoying herself before all of this stuff happened. Before all of these problems came about, she was enjoying her life. Right, with the secret society, and that would be the army. Follow me? Because she is connected to a group, and that would be the army. Get what I just said, right? She wanted equal and fair, though, with the army. Okay, so let's just see. Now, we need some more cards for Mrs. Montgomery Smith so I can close this out. Okay, I really want a jail card to come out for this man. Truly. This man is just out. This man is just so off the hinge. Look, here's another one. He want revenge. This man is off the hinge, I call it. Really, he was off the hinge. Man. He's searching for her. Let's just go over here searching for some other lady or what was going on here. Remember, she knew all about it for Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Okay, we got something over here, and then we can hopefully, yeah, that's it. She already know that's a wrap. I'm ruined here. I have skills. You can't buy me. I'm ruined here. I'm gonna go talk, or I'm gonna leave the army. I'm gonna go talk. You can't buy me. You can't stop me. You can't get me to go along with what you're saying, what you want me to do. Because God said, "Who are you really?" I want to change. She wanted to change, but she worried about other people, what they'll think about her. If she quit the army, maybe, whatever. Oh, my goodness. Give me something, God. Give me something. It was unjust what was done to Mrs. Montgomery Smith. We're going to be dealing with court. I want to see that. I want to see it front and center. Okay, let's just see. Wait a minute. Okay, let's just see. Okay, I forgot to tell you that when I be doing this, I'm digging in my basket. It's just a basket full of cards. I gotta wiggle them up. That's why you keep hearing all the names that you hear, because I have to wiggle them. I can't just, gotta do it like God says, right? Well, let's just see. Stop, okay. Dig in here somewhere. In here, look. Yes. Okay, that's a wrap. Hopefully this is it. I hope I see this, so this makes me... Oh my goodness. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Look at him. Fear took him there to do what he did to Mrs. Montgomery Smith. Fear didn't take her there. Fear took him there. She's the victim. Hold on to that thought. That fear took him there. God wanted her to let go of destruction. The army. She was holding on to a corrupt pain. Okay? To please her soul, she knew she must go and get out of that place. But to please his soul, he knew she must go. Something happened on a weekend, or if it wasn't a weekend, whenever it happened, she might have been a witness to something, whatever it might be. Okay, let's go. So we have somebody insinuated something with sharp words toward her. She was praying to God, talking to God, had God in the back of her mind. Okay, she was holding on to a corrupt pain. She got to let go of destruction, and that was the army. Okay, to please her soul, she knows she must go and get out of there. She might have a love for the army, but she had to let that go. A weakness for the army, but she had to let it go. But this man had a weakness for lovemaking. Okay, she had to let spirit in, and that would be God. Okay, she had to place a nickel on a stone, make a wish. So she had to make a wish to God to be able to get her another job, lead her to another path. Get what I'm saying? Okay, she rose to the occasion given to her to beat this man at his own game, and that is to go to the people in charge to complain. Okay, it says right here, she was like a church mouse whirling in the cash, so she was whirling in the cash as far as like being in the army, but she was like a church mouse some kind of way, not talking at first, but maybe she was on the quiet side, somewhat not talking and saying things, but she opened her mouth right then. Or we got a witness that's a female that might be taking money to not talk, or whatever this is. Let me see. I have money out there. Yes. So she had money out there. So some kind of way, I feel like this man owed her money, or her family got to sue her family for the kids' sake. Because it was unjust, God says, right? Her mother was taken, their mother was taken away. She was a common denominator. If you change your identity, it won't work with your twin, go gay, go trans, or clash. So this person wanted her to go gay, evidently. He wanted her to mingle with other ladies or whatever. So he decided he was going to seek revenge. All right, I'm going to get revenge on you, for revenge. Because she didn't want to go along with what he's saying. So, sorry about that. She was going live, and she did go live when she was on Instagram or whatever she was on, but I saw it. And we're going to go live where we're going to find out who the heck this man is. Maybe on TV or something, the computer or something. Some kind of way she was out at one point before it got real bad, where they went out dancing or went to a party or whatever it was. Maybe she might have fixed her hair up or whatever, I don't know. So it's Crystal there, I hope, because she's showing her problems. Trying to get along with people and not being truly herself, authentic, like she wanted to be. Because God said, who are you really, Mrs. Montgomery Smith? But she worried about what other people would think if she be truly who she are. Because really she be truly who she is, they probably wouldn't like it. They probably would come against her for real. She's calming her pain while walking up that line. What is this? This one jumping out. What is this? Look at this. It was a mastermind who created a shockwave in her life, playing things out to the T. She decided, I'm going for good as far as being their friend or getting out of the army. And she is going to get happy once she did it. Because she is dealing with money business, being in the army, or thinking about money business if she leave the army. Or just trying to get money that's owed to her from this military police, or person was trying to give her money or whatever's going on for her to do what this person would have done or whatever. She had to stop letting this person hurt her or worry her in her life right now, because at that time period that person was no longer her friend no more, whatever was going on. But God said it was unjust what was done to Mrs. Montgomery Smith, and it's going to court. Finally, she in a safe and happy place, and that's with spirit. But the other meaning is that finally an accomplishment is going to be made. So I feel like with this card right here coming behind the court card is some kind of way God going to make something happen. Some kind of way where this person going to get in front of a judge, get in jail or anything like that, go to court or something. And it's going to be an accomplishment for Mrs. Montgomery Smith and her family. That somebody at least is being looked at for the murder of her, where they looking at it in a different light. So this person might have asked her, can he help or could she help him? Some kind of way. She might be help him some kind of way. Or maybe the family just needs some kind of help, some kind of way from somebody else to help them. And whoever is going to move that saddle and help the family to get this ball rolling, to get some justice for Miss Montgomery Smith. Because somebody might have said back then, just wait. But now, whoever is game now, getting in to be able to help out to get this ball rolling, to get to the bottom of this, as far as the death of Mrs. Montgomery Smith, or somebody wanted her to game up and just wait. Somebody might have asked her, could she help them? And she said, yeah, I'll help, or something like that. Or she asked somebody, whenever it might have been. Circumstances stopped her from framing it for a lifetime. Living, being married, being in the army, being friends with somebody or whatever. Because she had to answer her burdens here and drop this person. No more being friends. So she went to go sky high in the army and express all that was needed in her life for this person. So she wanted to know how long it was going to be with a female. Okay, he wanted her to be his lifeboat. So we got a bunch of willing liars. Joke worthy, mean they was joking around, taking things for a joke. A bunch of willing liars. All of them did a bunch of lying about things. They was willing to lie. She had to create her own miracle though, and God was going to test her to create her own miracle. Because once she stepped foot out of there and got out of the army for good, God was going to test her. Because she was going to be able to create her own miracle and see that she could have a job outside of the army that pays well. My stomach growling, I'm so sorry. She had to drop her burdens though, and that's anybody in that army. Right? Because this person needed to stand up past God. Keep talking about this person. This person was hell on wheels. This person was something else. 1, 2, 3. This person was something else. I don't even know how she stayed in there that long myself dealing with this person. This person was a creep that diminished her. Person was gathering up all kind of information and walking all over top of her. And giving people information about her or whatever he was doing. Or just got her information off the computer. Help was coming for her. Some kind of way. But she had to stop thinking she deserved abuse. But or maybe she wanted help to come for her. But then the people over top needed to stop thinking she deserved abuse because she reached out. She might got a younger brother. This person might got a younger brother, or just one of those fellow soldiers or whoever that was part of her group or whatever. Maybe one of them was younger, but he a psycho. She got money, so somebody wanted to give her money to lay down beside the person. Okay, so somebody worked on it hard. One day of the week, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever day on the week, tried to get her to give in. Okay, here it is. She was married. Here's a marriage card. She's ready for love with her own husband. Follow me. But this person, whoever was trying to be connected some kind of way, wanted her to go against her marriage vows. Person went full force to try to get her to go against her marriage vows. But she was going to go, once she got out of the army, she was going to go full force and grow her business because God had something planned out for her. Because she wasn't simply the average Jane below. She was an earth angel. Somebody God had here to help the earth. Right? So we have right here that she had to start to see what others was doing to keep her stuck, keep her trapped, keep her confined. And she was being molded into what God said she really was not. She was not that, what she was molded into. And that would be what this person was trying to make her be a part of in a soldier. Because that's not what God wanted her to be. God wanted her to be a healer. She's a healer. Right? So we have this person was looking at her as loose. And was trying to see if it would be like that. So I think I'm going to try to make it too. I hope that it get looked at though. Because I think I'm going really long with it.